Okay, so we have what we call a gantry girder, which is kind of a weird name, but let me explain a situation where you might have something like this. A girder is often a beam that's made up of different components, and it's reinforced by the channel on the top of the beam. And a situation where you might find this is when you drive your car into the garage to be fixed, and the mechanic says, I'm sorry, but this engine in this baby's just not going to last any longer. So they have to take the engine out. You may have seen them doing that before. A lot of students go, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I say, did you watch Fast and Furious? Oh yeah, I saw all of those. Okay. Remember them taking the engine out with the big block and chain? Well, that's attached to something on the roof, and it's not going to be a piece of timber this big. Obviously, it's a big steel beam. Unless you're the strongest man in the world, you ain't going to be able to pull an engine out of the car. So that is a situation where they might have something like that in the garage. Anyway, it's just an exercise, but it's not just an exercise, because this is exactly what's going to be in your test. Except I'm going to change these members on you, okay? But if you understand the principles, it won't be that hard. First thing you need to know is that the kilograms per metre cubed for steel in this example is 7850. 7850 kilograms per metre cubed. The second thing is, for the angle, it's 14 kilograms per metre. So remember the angle we've got on our assignment? You won't be able to use that for that, but I can show you how to do that. 14 kilograms per metre. If you have a look at the top of that, it says that you need to calculate the weight for the 6 metre long girder. So this thing here is 6 metres long. So it's 6 metres long. So let's start with the very first member, which is the beam, this beam here. Remember the beams were the thin ones, tall thin ones? Okay. So the beam here is called up as 533 by 210 by 122. Can you remember how we call it up now? 533 UB 122. What's the 122 mean? It's the weight per metre, per length. So we put the weight over here as 122. How many of them are there? Just the one, right? And the length is 6 metres. Everything's in metres. What's that times that times that? I've got the answer to that screen. 732 point, we'll call that 0.00 kilograms. So everything has to be in metres per kilograms. The next member I'm going to do is the channel, and I would suggest that this is a tapered one. It's a little bit hard to see, but it's not parallel, it's tapered. So I'm going to call it a 381 TFC 55. Now, by the way, with channels, beams, and columns, the last number becomes the weight, which makes it really easy for you to schedule it. because this weight goes over here. The length is 6 metres. There's one of them. When you multiply that out, we get 330. See, I told you it wasn't that hard to do. Just as long as you put the right name in here. The plate. The plate is, now, was that length by width by, which way around was it?
Width by length.
Is that what it said in the notes? Can you remember? Okay. I might have to correct myself here.
Width by length.
So it was width by length by thickness. Is that what it says on the? Yep. No?
Yes.
Okay, so width is 250. Length is 350. And thickness is, we have to have another column over here for thickness. So the thickness is 0.025 and 0.250 and 0.350. There's one plate here and one at the other end, so that'll be 2. And we call it up as 250 by 350 by 25 L. We used to do a P with an L through it, we don't anymore now. What's the maths for that? The maths will be that times that times that times that. Don't make the mistake of putting that. That is 25 mils, which is 0.025, which is how much? No. 2 times 0.35 times 0.25 times 0.025.
इसमें तो हम लोग मास्टर 0.0 मेरे कहाँ होगा
Sorry, we forgot about the weight of the steel. This one here. And that is not weight per metre, that is 7850 per metre cubed. Now, and I would suggest that that shouldn't go in that column, because that's per metre. So in the assignment, maybe you could make another column per metre cubed and put it in that. You can do it. I will accept that as an answer, but I'm just thinking less confusing if it was in a separate column, because that's per metre. But I'll put per cubic metre there. Now it's a different story. What answer do we get now? Point.
प्लस का क्या है?
And lastly, the angle. Now the angle fits between here and here. So on this particular one, we need to do a little bit of a calculation. We have a beam, but we need to know the distance from there to there on the inside.
30 billion cost is.
So let's have a look at a section view of the beam. The beam looks like this. And we need to do an angle which fits between here and here. So we need the overall distance of this beam, which is 533, the height of it. But we need to take off each end. Does anyone know which one it is up there that we need to take off? I guess, please tell me you can see now.
Yeah.
Okay.
इतना बड़ा नहीं
So is it big T or little T? No, little t is the measurement across. You obviously didn't watch play school when you were younger. Big T was always the star. Big T is the answer to that. Through the small window.
Big T.
So
हमने क्या बनाया अभी?
that is
मुर्गी के लिए कमाया भी नहीं
533 minus no, what's big C? 21.3
क्या बात है? ये
minus
तो
21.3 a second time equals
Resistance
4904 point
490.4.
49004
No, 490.4.
490.4
still
0.490. We'll get there. Okay, lead
किस पे करना है?
0.4904. There we are. There is how many of them? I have to make it smaller now. It should be 4, 2 at one end and
Sure.
2 at the other end. So 4.
और क्या डिजाइनिंग है
And the weight per meter is given at 14 kilograms per meter.
400 meters. Yeah.
And that's it. That's that times 14. So what's that equal to? 27.46. And the call up of that angle will be 89 by 89. Sorry.
ये Fiji में है.
89 by 11 PAs equal angle. Now what's the whole point of doing this exercise? To find the total weight. What haven't we done?
एक किलोमीटर
Total weight. Okay. Easiest way to lose marks. And you always get students complaining, oh, but you didn't tell us we had to do the total weight. No, it didn't. So make sure you include that on your
तो
table.
आएगा ना. ये कौन से किलो? United States.
Beg your pardon?
छोटा
Oh,
नहीं है भाई.
1123. Point
ये
8.
किधर है? इसकी
KG.
Now, I'll
नशा.
that exact example is going to be in the test.
ये
But I'm going to change these numbers around
but
so that you can do the calculations with a computer. There's one other thing that's in the test. The client has come back and said, actually, I don't want this sticking out of here past the edge of that. Can you please tell me how wide that is and whether that's going to go past it? So how long is that? That is 89, right? 89 by 89. So we don't want that to be any more than 89. We have our plan over here. So what is the distance from there to there? This is where little Ted comes into play up the top. Little Ted is 12.8, so that'll be 12.8. So what's the width of it? The width of the beam is 533 by 210. That's the weight, so that's the width. So it's 210 minus 12.8 divided by 2. And that comes to 90 point something. What does that come to?
वो मौली को
210 minus 12.8 divided by 2, 90.96, 93.
ये है ना.
I'll beat you to it.
वो तो बना नहीं है.
98.6, correct.
वो तो बना नहीं है.
So if that's 98.6 from there to there, and the angle sitting in there, just when
Sure. ये वो तो है.
that's 89, that's fine. Okay? That's the sort of thing that you often have to calculate, and because there could be, they might not want someone to bump it as they go past. There are various reasons that you have to calculate these things. So it's a case of how much of that's going to be given to you in the assignment.
ये zoom.
You don't have a lot of that to go by. How are we going to work out our angle in the assignment? I haven't ignored your question, we'll get there in a second. how we're going to work out the angle, because in this one we're given 14 kilograms, we don't have anything to go by in the assignment, or do we? I gave you an AutoCAD angle to use. The angle looks like this. If you open up the drawing, you'll see that there's a member like that.
Solution.
If you list that P line, that will give you an area, which is in meters cubed. So that will give you an area, right? You know, if you work out the length of the handrail, that'll give you a distance. So now if you multiply that area by the length, you'll get a meters cubed. And then you can multiply it by this, and you'll get the total weight of those angles. So I'm giving you that profile. You list it, that'll give you a square, millimeters squared. Well, you can convert that to meters. You know the length of the handrail, have a look at my drawing, you'll be able to work out what that is. And then you multiply it by that to give you the overall weight. The only hard part about that is it's in millimeters. The angle that I give you is in millimeters. So you need to convert that to meters cubed. I'm not quite sure whether everybody took that in completely. I'm going to go over that in the revision class in about 4 weeks. Oh no, it'll be after the holidays, before the test. So you get another crack at that, okay, and it'll be fresher on your mind. You will need to remember that plate design because that's assignment 4. Yeah, that's the end of the steel section. And that's the end of today's lecture. So
Abdullah bhai उन्हें उधर से अब्दुल्ला यार पता नहीं क्या किया